like to ask y'all for a minute to think of your favorite foods, whether it's stew with savory vegetables, or a hot summer's day and a hot steak coming off the grill with your favorite sauce on it, or a roast coming out of the oven with carrots and roasted potatoes beside it. Maybe it's a cold winter's day and you're thinking of a steamy hot bowl of chili covered with your favorite cheese. Whatever it is you're thinking of, including everything I've said, can be made with deer meat instead of beef. An article in the Chicago Tribune states, and I quote, "Nationally, more than 15 million hunters will harvest millions of deer this year. The venison taken will provide literally hundreds of millions of nutritious meals for the families and friends of these hunters." The Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, or the TWRA, is Tennessee's leading source of information for hunting, fishing, boating, regulations, and license for Tennessee. The TWRA states that the deer herds in Tennessee amount to approximately 900,000 deer. That is a lot. That is a huge resource that we can use as hunters for a food source. The TWRA also states that the white-tailed deer is the most popular big game animal hunted in Tennessee. The definition of the white-tailed deer is just the common North American deer. Its scientific name is Odoculus virginius. It has white underneath its tail, which is why it is called the white-tailed deer. The diet of the white-tailed deer is found in its natural habitat, whether it be twigs, shrub, fungus, grass, herbs, or acorns. It eats all natural things from the environment. The female deer, often called the doe, can get up to 250 pounds. The male deer, referred to as the buck, can get up to 450 pounds. Without revealing my weight, that is 4 of me standing here. Butcherandpacker.com states that when processing a deer, just a little less than half of its weight can be packaged for food, which means if you kill a 400-pound buck, you can take it to the processing and get just a little less than 200 pounds of food back edible. Research from the West Virginia University Animal and Veterinary Sciences Department state that venison or deer meat is very low, significantly lower than beef with the artery clogging bad stuff, and significantly higher than beef with the bodybuilding stuff for our body. I myself eat deer meat as a food source. I anticipate deer season with a growling stomach and watering mouth because I can't wait for the fresh, tasty, and healthy supply of food that we can get from deers. Eating deer meat as a food source has very many nutritional, healthy benefits. Today, I will list and briefly explain some of the health benefits associated with eating deer meat as a food source. An article written by Charles J. Alsheimer says, and I quote, "Surprisingly, a 3.5-ounce serving of ground beef has 40% more calories, 223% more fat, and 125% more cholesterol than the same amount of venison or deer meat." Some of the health benefits associated with deer meat are as follows. Deer meat is a natural source of EPA. EPA is eicosapentaenoic acid. What is that, you may ask? This acid reduces the risk of atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis is one of the major risk factors for heart attack and stroke. Deer meat is high in 4 essential elements. First one being protein. It is very high in protein. Protein is what builds and repairs the tissues within your body. It is also the building block of all of your muscle and bone. A 4-ounce portion of deer meat has 68.5% of the protein needed in your daily diet. It is also very high in iron. Iron is an integral part of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is what carries the oxygen from your lungs to every part of your body. Iron is also a part of key enzyme systems for energy production and metabolism within your body. A 4-ounce portion, the same 4-ounce portion of deer meat has 28.2% of your daily needed iron. Deer meat is also very high in riboflavin, or vitamin B2. Riboflavin is what repairs and maintains your skin, hair, and eyes. Riboflavin also decreases the homocysteine levels within your body. This decreases the risk of stroke, heart disease, cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and other degenerative diseases. Riboflavin also converts carbohydrates, proteins, and fat to energy. Deer meat also contains niacin, which is your vitamin B3. Niacin synthesizes the fatty acids, cholesterol, and hormones that your body desperately needs. It also creates your red blood cells within your body. Deer meat is also very low in two elements which pose a potential health risk to a person. First of all, it is low in fat content. There are two types of fat. You have your saturated fat and your unsaturated fat. Your saturated fat is what is called your bad fat for your body. The unsaturated is your good fat. 3 ounces of deer has 3 grams of fat, and only one of those grams is your saturated fat or bad fat. 3 ounces of beef, on the other hand, has 18 grams of fat, and 7 of those grams is saturated fat or bad fat. Deer meat is also low in cholesterol. Any of y'all who have high cholesterol know that high cholesterol leads to heart disease. Well, deer meat has a very small amount of cholesterol, even lower than the average chicken breast. Today we have explored the health benefits that you can get from eating deer meat as a food source. I hope I have achieved my goal and gave you a better understanding of the health benefits associated with eating deer meat. As avid deer hunters, I hope that you feel the pride and joy when you bag the big one this season, and you also feel pride and joy knowing that you have provided yourself, your family, and your friends with a healthy, tasty food source. Thank you.